number 2 of the Tour de Argon, the most prestigious marble race in all the land. We are here on a normal stage, unlike last time, and we're going to be making a 168.5 kilometer hilly journey from Tarragone back to Barcelone. General classification right now, Two-Door Pro Cycling, as you may remember, is leading after the time trial at 47.35 seconds. Ineos is in second at 50.52 seconds. Many of the big teams further down in the general classification. Some of them, we got some interviews and they were saying that they wanted to save their energy for this more prestigious stage today. Currently, Two-Door also leads the green jersey classification, but it's currently being worn by Ineos, the second place. No King of the Mountain points have been awarded yet, but there are 4 categorized climbs. The Category 2 Côte de Begues and 3 ascents of the Category 3 Côte de Château de Montjuic, each awarding several King of the Mountain points. We also have an intermediate sprint midway through at Villadecans. Anyway, enough talking. It is time to get underway with racing. They have 10 seconds to get to the starting gates. UCI ranking determines priority for positioning. And we are off and away for stage number 2. Looks like is that Sudal Quickstep getting a good start, but UAE, one of the favorites, following behind down this flatter early part of the stage before we get into the hilly parts later. UAE dropping back a bit to third. Bahrain victorious trying to take the lead, but UAE uses a launch and UAE makes a breakaway. Looks like our second place, the green jersey of Ineos, is trying to catch him, maybe trying to earn some points on the intermediate sprint later. But UAE, an impressive attack. Ineos, it looks like coming up right behind them. Maybe trying to formalize the breakaway. Got 150 kilometers to go. They assume the winner's time will be around 9 minutes for this stage, so take that into account. It's a bit shorter of a stage, a bit easier of a stage. Next stage, they've been practicing that. It is going to be a hard, long stage, so you wonder if some of these marbles further back will be conserving their energy a bit. Ineos content to sit behind UAE for now. Maybe trying to let UAE do all the work out in front. Kind of reminds me of the Rail Tour de France. Decathlon currently sits third, Lidl Trek is fourth, EF Education first, Easy Post is fifth, and Caja Royale sits sixth. Let's see, where's our yellow jersey? And it's almost dead last, so chances are Two-Door Pro Cycling will no longer be in yellow at the end of this stage. UAE leading the peloton through the foothills of Spain, because that is where the Grand Depart is. Looks like there's a move from Lidl Trek trying to get into second, and they are in second. Lidl Trek really needs it if they want to battle for GC, because they currently sit dead last, and it is not even close. They had to petition to the ARA to make sure they wouldn't get cut, which they didn't because of some time gap issues, or like time cutoff issues. But it was close. So Lidl Trek happy to be here, but they need to make up time and quickly. Anyway, Ineos is back into second, but that's being challenged by EF Education First Easy Post. Soon enough, we'll make it to the intermediate sprint, which will give Ineos an opportunity to earn some green jersey points. They don't want them to get stolen by UAE, though. So they are probably going to want to put a charge on. They might fall back before the Côte d'Ambiguous. This is a hilly stage. There's not as many awards on the finish. But we are now 15 kilometers away from the intermediate sprint, which UAE is just storming towards, trying to get full green jersey points. Their aspirations were yellow at the start of this tour, but aspirations always change. Points awarded at the intermediate sprint: 7 for first, 5 for second, then 3, 2, and 1. That'll be the same as the finish line. UAE, I think they're going to get this relatively easily. Though EF's putting in a charge, they probably won't get green jersey points, which UAE confirming they will get all of. But EF really gonna be challenging on the climb, and there they are. They're on the Côte d'Ambiguous, and EF's trying to put in a charge for the lead. It looks like UAE is defending, but not by much. And EF's into the lead. They're nearing the top of the Côte d'Ambiguous at EF. I think they might be getting full King of the Mountain points here. And they do. UAE will get 3, Lidl Trek will get 2, and Ineos will get 1. It's 5, 3, 2, and 1 on the top of Category 2. The Category 3 will award 2 and 1 for first and second, respectively. There's a good chance that EF might be walking away in the polka dots. But now the race is on between them and UAE. They go up this relatively significant uncategorized climb. We have around 58 kilometers to go. These kilometers just flying by us now. So, EF first, UAE in second, Ineos third, Lidl Trek fourth, Lotto Intermarché fifth, Groupama sixth, Decathlon seventh, Cofidis eighth, Bora ninth, Uno X 10th, and EF Education Easy Post just extending their gap even more out in front. Might be a bit demoralizing for the hopes of UAE, but this is only stage 2. They might be trying to conserve their energy for the medium mountain stage on stage 3 and the stages to come, because this is a marathon. It is not a sprint. The intermediate sprint already happened, so that was a good joke. Okay, so 35 kilometers to go now for our race leader, EF. UAE in a hot pursuit. Lidl Trek and Ineos continue to battle for third, with Groupama in fifth. Let's see where our yellow jersey is, and once again, way near the back. As now EF starting the steep Côte de Château de Montjuic, short but steep, and EF is going to get the full 2. UAE will only manage 1. So if EF summits the next climb in first, they will be in the polka dots, unless, of course, they make it into the green jersey. As of right now, that's being held by provisionally Ineos, but EF can still get it depending on the final results. But UAE is catching them! 20 kilometers to go! And EF Education might not be as flawless as we might have thought. UAE gets a good line through that foothill, as now we're back on to the second ascent of the Côte de Château de Montjuic. EF might be struggling a bit. They make it over the summit first, so they'll have the polka dot jersey for the next stage. Oh, I think UAE might have just slowed down a bit. They're going to have to regain their momentum because they only have just over 10 kilometers to go before the end of the stage. Soon enough, we'll be on the final ascent of the Côte des Châteaux de Montjuic. 4 kilometers to go now. EF, I think they have this in the bag. I think UAE has failed to capitalize on their efforts. EF Education, under the Flamme Rouge, they are going to take stage number 2 of the Tour de Argon. 8 minutes and 44.48 seconds. And this might just be yellow for them, and I think it is. As a matter of fact, I think EF is going to sweep the current classification of the jerseys. Incredible work by them. They are going to be in the catbird seat for future stages. UAE gets second, Lidl-Trek third, Ineos fourth, Bora fifth, Groupama sixth, Cofidis 7th, Decathlon 8th, Total Energies 9th, UNOX 10th, Lotto Intermarché 11th, Sudal 12th, Jayco 13th, Astana 14th, Bahrain Victorious 15th, Visvalisa Bike 16th, NSN 17th, Tudor 18th, Movistar 19th, Picnic 20th, Peterello 21st, Caja Royale 22nd, Alpecin 23rd. No one has got time cuts, so that is good. So EF currently leads the yellow jersey competition. That is great for their morale, great for their future. They will be wearing that jersey next time around. They also have the lead of... They're tied for the lead of the points classification with UAE, so it's determined by the most recent result, which means EF also holds it, but UAE will wear the jersey tomorrow. And in King of the Mountains, EF is in first, and UAE is also in second, so a bunch of fierce competitions between them. Of course, we expect other teams to make it into the meta in future days. Lidl-Trek will wear King of the Mountains jersey next time around, due to them being in third place. So we thank you for watching. We hope to see you next time for stage number 3.